you can learn to speak any language fast using these ChatGPT prompts. You will find them in the description. The only thing you need to do is to copy them and paste them here. This, modify them with your personal information. In this case, this one is about work. There's another one about your hobbies, another one about your personal information in general. And you write whatever you do for work. If you give more detail, it's going to be better because you will get better questions. There you go. For example, that's probably enough. Ask me 100 A1, A2 level questions about my work, pretending to be someone I just met. All in one list, no categories. And we'll get a list, hopefully. There we go. What do you do? Where do you work? What languages do you teach? Blah, 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 blah. And we get 100 uh, questions here. Most of them will be useful. If the input was good, the questions will be good. So now the next thing you have to do is copy this and answer the questions. Copy it, paste it on a Word document or similar, and answer these questions with your own words. Do not give yes or no answers. Try to give the answer them in as much detail as possible, so then you get a lot of sentences to work with. The more you write, the better. All right, and it's also good to write using short and simple sentences. The way you would speak, if you if you're like most people, you should use short and simple sentences because this is just everyday language. And also, I assume you uh, learning a language from scratch, or maybe you're at an intermediate level, but you want to improve your fluency. And for that, it's better to keep it simple. So we've got 100 questions. If you give 100 answers, or maybe not all the questions will be good, you can ignore the ones that are not useful, but you should get two, 300, maybe more. Yeah, if you get 100 questions, most of them will be good, and then you answer the questions in detail, in as much detail as you can. You should get at least 400 or 500 sentences out of this between the questions and the answers. And this is only for work. Then you could do this for each one of your hobbies and for all the other prompts. So you can easily, in an afternoon, prepare thousands of sentences. It will require some work, all right? You'll have to write for a while, but you can prepare thousands of useful and relevant sentences that you want to learn. And then you apply all the other techniques. You memorize the vocab with mnemonics, you create audio files, shadowing, binge listening, active recall, all of that, and you learn all these sentences. And this way, you can learn 1,000, 2,000, even more sentences in 30 days easily, right? All right. You've got 100 questions about your work that you generated with ChatGPT. Now we're going to answer the questions. These are my own. The first thing we need to do is to get rid of yeah, shouldn't be a list. We'll keep it like a list if you want, but I don't see the point. Also, this relatively pointless as well. You don't want to learn to say that. Maybe you want to learn to say that, but are you going to say that in conversation? I don't know. So what do you do? I am a language coach and consultant. I have developed a language. uh, yeah, okay. System in the Innovation Center of the University of Deusto. I am a member of the International Association of Polyglots. And I should probably write more here. Also, I'm just going to stop here because obviously I'm going to do the whole thing in front of you because I already have thousands of these sentences prepared. But yeah, also recommend doing this, and this is going to be helpful later because then you will want to translate this, and the best way to translate this is with a spreadsheet with translation code. So you will want to paste this on a spreadsheet. I don't post it directly. I don't paste it directly on a spreadsheet because it's much less convenient when it comes to answering questions because you have to create more rows and it's just kind of awkward to do that. Just, yeah, it's much easier to do here first. So you edit the whole, you write everything and then you paste it in the on the spreadsheet. Okay, so you answer whether you work. I worked. I mostly work from home. I work, but yeah, this is how lazy I am. I'm just going to I'm just going to copy and paste this. What the innovation center, and then I was okay. Which languages? I don't really teach languages, but I help people. I coach people. Whatever. Like you answer the questions the best you can, and I recommend writing as much as you can. I'm not doing it now because I mean you have. There's nothing interesting about watching me type here, but you get the idea. You have to whatever questions you get about your current work or past work, you write as much as you can because then later you're going to learn those questions and those answers so that you can talk about your work. Once you've got the questions that you generated with ChatGPT about yourself and you've answered them in a Word document in as much detail as possible, the way you would speak using your own words, you're going to copy it and paste it on a spreadsheet like this. This is just a very basic text. Obviously, this is not everything. You should have hundreds, if not thousands, of questions and answers about yourself, your personal information. Well, not too personal, but you get the idea. Things you would say in conversation about your work, about things you're interested in, anything you normally talk about. Mention it with the prompts to ChatGPT. Get questions about that, answer them, and then you've got a conversation going. And then you paste it here, and you have again. This should be thousands of sentences. This is just an example, right? This is about work. What do you do? I'm a language coach and consultant. Uh, I've developed blah 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 blah. Where do you work? And now we've got a bilingual text. This is English. This is. Can you guess which language this is? Um, so what we're going to do next is copy this, paste it on TTS Maker or a similar text to speech software, and create audio files for it so we can listen to it over and over again. Also, we are going to shadow it. So we play the text to speech generated audio files, we play it, we repeat it aloud while reading, and we try to speak simultaneously over and over again. Yeah, we repeat our own lines, and it's going to be really helpful if you can read fast because then you'll be able to read the meaning and repeat the actual phrase while you're hearing it basically at the same time if you can read fast enough. So work on your reading speed. So you can listen to it over and over again. You can shadow it. You can review it again and again with speed reading. And if it's a language like this one, that's pretty difficult for English speakers, you should then probably use mnemonic associations to memorize the keywords, all the nouns and the verbs at least. Again, if you read and listen and shadow the text over and over and over again, and you've got 1,000 or 2,000 lines, that's an hour or two of listening. And if you can speed read, I mean, Cyrillic's pretty hard to speed read. So it's not like speed reading. Let's change to French, for example, which is easy. Yeah, French, you can read 1,000 or 1,500 sentences in 20 minutes. But something like Russian or Ukrainian, you'll go slower. But again, the more you do it, the faster you'll get at it. And the more you speed read, the better you'll get at processing the language. So then when you're listening to native speakers in real life, it will feel slow. Also, when you're speaking, it will feel slow in comparison if you are a trained speed reader and you you have the ability to process language way faster than what people speak, because your eyes can move way faster than what you can than what people speak, right? Like saying all of this would take not a minute but maybe 30 seconds or 40 seconds. Reading it takes less than 10 seconds, if way less. 5 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds less, if you can focus and do it well. So if you can speed read for the reviewing, obviously you won't read as fast as your native language, but the more you do it from start to finish, the better you'll get at it, and the faster you'll be able to go. So you'll be able to do more reviews. And if again 1,000, 2,000 sentences, you can listen to that and shadow that and review it by reading fast over 100 times easily in a month, which is more than enough to learn all the sentences really well. And with that, you'll be able to have good conversations as long as you did the work when it comes to writing the lines. All right. So mnemonics, I highly recommend using them in the beginning, especially if it's a language that's very difficult from yours, but you can do it without them. Again, if you can read fast and if you are disciplined and you do a lot of reading and listening, that's focused. All right, this is 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3, 4, 5,000 sentences maximum. If you were really if you wrote really long answers to the questions, you can get 5,000 sentences to learn. But even if you've got that many of them, if you spend 2 3 hours a day reading and listening and repeating them aloud, you can review the whole list many times in a month, which again is enough. Maybe not to be fully fluent, but enough to be conversational, more than conversational. In fact, you'll speak way better by doing this in a month than people after years of whatever they do, dreaming Spanish and all that.